Alrighty, welcome to a 3-on-3. It is myself, Luis Salvato, and Max Smith. We're once again taking on the challengers, the Austrians Max Capone, the Tank, and for Bane, I'm just going to say Anton because it's a little easier. But what do we got here? This is a updated cube. I've updated it with MKM, and, well, I'm going to take 4 Theorlingus, though Cryptic Coat has been sweet. That card's been good enough for sure. So looking at this pack, I think it's very likely Max Capone's going to take Reanimate there. He's drafted Reanimator twice in these battles so far, getting a sense of what's going on. I'm going to make sure to select 4th. So let's say he takes Reanimate. Salvato probably takes Fast Bond. I'll try not to cut the Zern Orb most likely. And then there's Confluence, Miscalculation, Cryptic Coat. So Savai, Triome, and Wasteland both have a pretty good chance of coming back. Okay. Pick 2, there's Ancient Tomb, there's Xander's Lounge, and there's Troll of Khazad-dûm. I don't think I can take the Troll. My instinct, or my interest is to take Troll and try to cut the Reanimate player, since I think Max is fairly likely to have taken Reanimate. Of course, if Max first picked like a Time Twister, might second pick Fast Bond, in which case things flip, but most likely Reanimate. Thing is, if I take Troll, he just takes Xander's Lounge or Trumpet and Carnosaur, and that's not that big. I'm thinking of just taking this Ancient Tomb. In a 3-on-3 draft, the aggro strategies are a lot better, and Ancient Tomb is a very strong card. It's also very good with 4 Theorlingus, so I think I'm going to do that over Xander's Lounge and kind of see where things go. Well, there's Fast Bond. Time Twister to go with Fast Bond, but I think I'm just going to take Copter. It's great with Ancient Tomb. It's great in the 4 Theorlingus decks. Elite Spellbinder could come back. Same with Containment Priest. Caracas is also very good, but I think Copter's better given this start. And this leaves Max taking like a Grist, the Time Twister if he took Fast Bond, or maybe his own Caracas, maybe a Mind Collapse if you're red-black, giving Salvato the Time Twister most likely, but all right, either way, I'm going to take Smuggler's Copter here and start with, I think, a pretty good aggressive start. I'm really glad I took that Ancient Tomb. It works so nicely with Copter. Yeah, now I'm just going to take Adeline here. I think that's a pretty clear pick. Passing up on a Boromir, which is actually I'm going to have to cut Boromir. It's not been performing up to snuff. Passing a Cut Down in black, a Ponder in blue, and then like a Taiga, Mana Confluence, Cauldron Complete. Yeah, these are all fine cards, but nothing too exciting. Oh, Skull Clamp. Skull Clamp's nice with Adeline. It's nice with Ancient Tomb. And I think it's better than taking Inspiring Vantage here. I think Skull Clamp can be pretty good in this kind of deck. Passing up Bolos' Citadel, Kappa Cannoneer, Tendrils, a Kozilek if maybe you're sneak breaching or something. But happy enough to take Skull Clamp here. And all right, I like these first 5 picks. Nothing like truly busted, but I think 4 Theorlingus is either the second best or best non-power spell. So not counting like Moxes, Time Walk, Ancestral, Mana Crypt, Soul Ring, any of those cards. Those cards are number 1. Past that, though, I like 4th and Minsc and Boot. I think Minsc and Boot may be a little better than 4th, but it's very close. Okay, this pack, it's got a Beaumont Courier, but I don't think I'm supposed to take Beaumont Courier here. Like, that'll wheel or not, whatever. I'm looking at Lion Sash or Batterskull, and I'm kind of thinking I take Lion Sash to hedge against Reanimator. It's fine with Clamp if you need it to. And if I end up getting a Stoneforge Mystic, I might be able to go that direction. I could also take the Palantir. Palantir is pretty strong with Ancient Tomb and an aggro. Yeah, I'll just take the Palantir, actually. Okay, Zern Orb came back. Miscalc came back. So did Savai, Triome, and Flame Slash. And I think I might be on the Flame Slash page. It's so good with Skull Clamp. Just you want to be able to convert your cards in hand into board presence. I'm going to pass the Zern Orb because, again, I think Salvato's more likely to be going that direction. And I like Slash more than Arc Trail. So the real question is, do I want Savai, Triome, or do I just want Benevolent Bodyguard, actually? It's pretty great with Adeline and Skull Clamp. But I think the Bodyguard could even come back again. I'm going to take the Flame Slash here. It's a pretty close pick, but I lean slightly towards Flame Slash. Troll's still here. Okay. That is interesting. That means that Max maybe didn't take Reanimate or took Reanimate and didn't take Troll, though that's a little bit more confusing as to why that would be the case. I think I'm going to take Bauble and pass the troll. There's also a Virtue and a Dress Down. There's a couple other cards, so let's just take the Bauble here. Okay, Containment Priest came back. So did Timeless Dragon and Shatter Skull Smashing and Mind Collapse. So I like where I'm at, but I will take the Containment Priest here. I think just taking a nice little creature, a flash creature is nice. Cauldron Complete versus Mana Confluence. This has got to be Mana Confluence at this point. I don't want to... I did pass up Savai Triumph for Flame Slash, but that's because tap lands I'm not as excited about. An untapped red-white source is pretty important, even if it's a painful one. And I don't have the Stoneforge Mystic, so... And I'm not that worried about passing Cauldron Complete, so I don't mind this. I'll take a Spirit Guide here, because I think it's just the best card. And depending on my mana, it's not crazy to consider playing Spirit Guide. Turn 1 Copter, it could be good. Okay, Beaumont came back, so did Batterskull, so did Wrath, but with Skull Clamp and Smuggler's Copter, I think Beaumont Courier actually does make sense. Benevolent Bodyguard came back. Great, passed 2 green cards. Guess I'll take the red-blue tap land. Passed a late Cabal Ritual to go with the Bolos' Citadel Tendrils pack, but I think that's okay. Okay, well, I like this start. Inspiring Vantage is the only card I missed out on. Oh, and Timeless Dragon came back for free. Sure, we'll take that. Looking for mana acceleration more than anything else. I've got 1 good removal spell. 4th is a nice finisher, and I've got a nice little curve here. Also, Plateau or Sacred Foundry, fetchable, untapped red-white lands are really near the top of the list for this deck. So, all right, let's get to pack 2. What do we got? What do we got? Oh, Mox Emerald. We take those. Passing. It's okay. A Shieldred and an Oko. So even though Anton here, I think, will take the Shieldred, though he passed a super late Troll. Oh, there's also a Tinker, too. Okay. And a Dismember. So I think I'm obviously going to take the Mox. I think we're going to see, let's see, Oko, Shieldred, Dismember, Tinker, and maybe Zagoth Triumph is the cards that are getting taken. If maybe I get a Flicker Wisp back. I don't know. We'll have to see what comes back around. I would have a hard time believing that Anton's not going to take either Shieldred or Oko, because even though he passed some late black cards, Shieldred's very good. And then if you're not taking that, you could take Oko or Tinker. So one of those 3, I think, is most likely to be picked here. But I got a Mox, even if it's a colorless one. And makes this Palantir and the Skull Clamp. But any colorless cards, or cards with good colorless costs better. All right, there's another Mox. It's a worse one. Good enough for me, though. Chrome Mox, still good. Still helps me get these cards out ahead of schedule. And can even fix colors for you. Passing Sheldock and Preordain. Again, might come back. There's like a Rafine's Tower in here. Lazav, Wearer of Faces from the new set. Not a bad card, but I think it's a pretty easy Chrome Mox for me. All right, so this pack's kind of interesting too because there's Sarah Paragon, which works really nicely with Mishra's Bauble and pretty nicely with just cheap creatures, especially like Benevolent Bodyguard. I like Bodyguard a lot. There's also Chandra, Torch of Defiance, which is a fantastic card, but it is a double red card. I'm kind of leaning towards just taking Paragon. I'm passing a Chandra to Anton, but I got a pretty late Flame Slash with Arc Trail in the pack. I'm not that worried about passing this to an opponent. I don't love passing the Fire Covenant, of course. But Paragon looks actually pretty good here. If Pirate Spellbomb somehow wheels, that would also be nice. Yeah, I think that's what I'm supposed to take. Just trying to minimize the amount of red cards, especially double red cards I'm putting in my deck. Here, there's lands I don't care about. Oh, there's Bone Crusher, Reckless Stormseeker, Unexpectedly Absent, and Namesticker Goblin, as well as Natural Order. All right. I think I might take Bone Crusher, though. I really like Bone Crusher, and I think Unexpectedly Absent has a pretty good chance of wheeling. Wouldn't also be crazy to look at Savannah on the wheel here, because if I get Savannah with Mystic or Mana Confluence and Mox Emerald, I could maybe splash a little bit of a green here, but Bone Crusher is the most generically good card there. And then now, wow, it's a late from the Catacombs alongside an Exhume. So I'm not putting Max on Reanimator anymore. What is Max playing then? Green probably. Maybe took the fast spawn in the Time Twister. So there's Pyrokinesis here, which is going to be good against me, but I don't really feel like I'm in a position to take it so much. I kind of want to just take Elspeth. I have Ancient Tomb, I have Moxes, I have Skull Clamp. Like, Elspeth's pretty good. There's also an Ephemerate, but we're not very close to having that be good. Yeah, I don't know that anyone else wants the Elspeth. You know, I'm just going to take the Pyrokinesis, and I'll also be able to side that in. Okay, well, Sunfall is a great card, but I have to take Adonto Vanguard here over Prismatic Ending and Hellrider and stuff like that. And then Flickerwisp came back. So does Ranger Captain, but I think Flickerwisp is a little bit better, and Ranger Captain honestly might come back again. Flickerwisp with Containment Priest is awesome. Turn 2, you play Containment Priest, and then turn 3, you just flicker their creature and it never comes back. And there's also K-Command still in the pack. Yeah, so pretty much all the cards that look like they were going to go did in fact go. Geddon came back. This is also a pretty nice Geddon deck against combos. So I'm going to take Geddon over Cast into the Fire and a Talisman, passing Regisaur and Lazav. The thing is, I'm not scared about passing black cards, really, because I don't understand how the Troll of Khazad-dûm could wheel Anton B playing black. It doesn't seem very likely. Also a super late Fire Covenant, but Pyrite Spellbomb, especially with Sarah Paragon, sounds pretty good to me. Passing a red-black land and a good red-black spell. Also a Sentinel, but I think Anton's playing blue. There's just been no blue cards showing up, so really either direction. There was that Time Twister in pack 1, and the Miscalculation Wield, but other than that, not a whole lot. All right, yeah, Absent Wield. I like it. Because the other thing is, once you have like Palantir, Skull Clamp, those kinds of cards, and Copter, you're like drawing cards, removal spells actually get really good. You don't have to pressure them if you're drawing a lot more cards and casting Absence and Flame Slashes on their stuff. Though this deck looks like it'll be fine at pressuring the opponent as well. Haven't seen any red-white lands except for that one Savai Triumph and Inspiring Vantage. Okay, in case Anton took Tinker, I'm going to just take Show and Tell. There's also Tanglewire. This actually could be a sick Tanglewire deck. I have all the cards you'd want with Tanglewire. Yeah, all right. I'm actually in for that. I think Show and Tell is pretty marginal at best. 3 green cards effectively. I could see playing Hellrider if I got my mana good enough. Oh, I even have I forgot an Elvish Spirit Guide for the green splash. Not very many green cards I would actually want to splash here, but there could be some. Phantasmal Image, I think, is the best / easiest to use card out of those. So take that, and kind of the same with Regisaur. Okay. Last pick dragon, huh? All right. Time for pack 3. We got a Mox Emerald there. What do we got here? Oh, Mox Ruby. Oh, that is excellent. This is going perfect. And we're going to wheel a Blade Splicer. I don't love passing Emrakul. These guys love their combo decks. But taking Ruby, passing Emrakul, Mind Twist, Sylvan Library, Marsh Flats, and maybe a Dockside or Questing Beast is my guess. But all right, Mox Ruby it is. Really happy with this Palantir pick too. Now that I have Ancient Tomb and 3 Moxes, the odds that I just go turn 1 Palantir go way up. All right, passing an Archon. So we're just passing all the Reanimator stuff back and forth. Alongside Mana Vault, Lutri, and Solitude. So this is tough because Solitude is so clearly the best card for me. But I don't think it's going to help Max Capone at all. I kind of want to just take Mana Vault, and then I'll get back Council's Judgment or Cathar Commando, or maybe Solitude, but I doubt that. But Mana Vault, once I have Mana Vault, I just have tons of ways to play like a huge 4th Eorlingus early. Yeah, Mana Vault's just a busted card. Now here is a Time Spiral. Here's a red-white land. It is a tap land. It's the Surveil one. But it is fetchable with Timeless Dragon or Land Cyclers. There's also a Samwise, a Firebolt, an Aragorn, but we're not in a spot to play that. I guess I don't love passing this Time Spiral. I'm kind of scared to do that. The problem is the card I would take is Samwise, which I think has pretty good odds of just coming back. Oh, am I hitting on Salvado? Time Spiral is actually quite good. This is a tough one. Because if I take Samwise, I could probably get another thing back. Yeah, I'm going to take the Samwise. I don't know. That one's close. I'm not sure. Okay, well, Hero of Bladehold is great here, and I have Benevolent Bodyguard to try to protect it. There's also Mentor. Actually, I should take Mentor. Mentor with 4 0-mana spells and 3 1-mana spells and Skull Clamp. Yeah, Mentor looks obscene here, and I think Hero has a pretty good chance of wheeling. All right, there's Tithe Taker. There's also Steel Seraph and Eagles of the North and a Flame Tongue. I kind of like all of these. What should I take versus trying to wheel? I guess I could take Flame Tongue Because this is looking like a pretty sick Flame Tongue deck, and I think at least one or two of them is green. And then white cards on the wheel. We've got plenty of playables. I'm not worried about that. I'm still skeptical of Tanglewire. But, oh yeah, this is going really well, I think. All right, so this pack has a Lion's Eye Diamond, but there's also Virtue of Loyalty and Portable Hole and Get Lost. Oh, and Rabble Master. Yeah, I think I might have to Rabble here. Rabble. I'm just maximizing the way I can draw one of these Moxes or Ancient Tomb or Mana Vault and have it convert, and I think Rabble Master does that with, I assume, these white cards making their way back to me here. Never am going to get a red-white land except for maybe the tap land out of the Samwise pack. But I have Mana Confluence, so I'm not that worried about it. And Chrome Mox can also count as a double if I need it in some hands. Lingering Souls came back, so did Emrakul. Blade Splicer did not, funnily enough. I think I might hate the Emrakul. I'm not sure, but it feels like the kind of card they would use, and I don't care about Lingering Souls. I'm not going to play that card. So let's just take some of the like really bad outcomes off the table. All right, so Solitude didn't come back. I didn't think it was going to. But I think I will take Cathar Commando. I like that over Council's Judgment. There's also Selfless Spirit, but Cathar Commando is really, really good. Just gives you a bit of disruption, can mess with their stuff, which I think is pretty valuable. I might not main deck the Flame Tongue Kavu, though we'll see. Currently, this is 15 land plus 3 Moxes in a Mana Vault, so we're like one spell under right now. I could probably cut a land at this point, but we'll have to see what the spells are that come back. All right, well, the Firebolt didn't come back, but I'll take a red-white tap land. I think that's still fine here. And if I have to fetch it with the dragon and get like a kind of a double tap land, it's better than not having that option. I'm not going to try to splash Aragorn. I don't think this deck's supposed to try to do that. All right, yeah, this pack has a bunch of domain cards and a V-Click. I'll just take the Oath of Druids. I'm just worried about that. All right, Steel Seraph, Tithe Taker, and Eagles all came back. It's got to be Tithe Taker to go with this Clamp. And Steel Seraph is good, but I have a lot of 3s already, and I have a bunch of removals, so I think I'll do that. I will take Get Lost. Look, if no one took Thopter or LED the first time, then I'm just not that worried about passing them now. So now I do need to cut a spell. Don't think I want it to be Pyrite Spellbomb, but it's going to be that or cut one of my creatures most likely. Oh, I'll be able to see on Containment Priest. There's a good chance that if my teammate has a Reanimator player, then Containment Priest is not something I want to cut, or main deck rather. I guess I take Sylvan Library because I'm just not going to put Lingering Souls in my deck. So, and then here I'll take Emery, I guess. And last pick, Concealed Courtyard. Could have taken those Lingering Souls. Whew. All right, let's get to deck building. All right, ended up maining the Armageddon and the Tanglewire, and not the Flame Slash or FTK or Containment Priest, because we've got Mac on a red-white aggro also, and Salvato on Reanimator. The person I was passing to did in fact not take the Reanimator. I'm about to play Max here, and we think at least 2 of them are on blue Tinker or green kind of acceleration type decks. So we'll see. My teammates are playing. Salvato's got a really nice Necromancy Exhumed, Through the Breach, Mana Crypt, Shieldred deck with a bunch of big things to breach or reanimate into play, and a bunch of great lands. This deck looks awesome. Mac has all the 4 drops: Seasoned Engineer, Chandra, Caves of Chaos Adventure, Confluence, Comet, and none of the acceleration, but also decent 2s and 3s and his Lutri Companion. So we'll see how this goes. I'm on the draw here against Max. I will keep this hand. And honestly, I'm probably just going to play a turn 2 4th Eorlingus for 3 unless I have a reason not to. I'll lead on the plains here, since keeps the door open for a turn 2 Adeline or Sarah Paragon, which again, not that likely to do, but it is possible. I want Max to play like a Talisman or something. No plays, huh? Let's see what I draw here. Tanglewire. That's an interesting one. I passed a late miscalculation. I think I'm just going to play Elegant Parlor, Scry, or Surveil and pass Palantir. Oh, I kind of like that. All right. We can use our Mana Vault on that. Basically, I think running Fourth Eorlingus into that mana is a little scary, and I wouldn't have a turn 3 follow-up because I'd be playing my untapped land. So I don't really want to do that. Okay, let's go Adeline. Or, I could play Palantir. I could play Tanglewire here. This actually looks like a kind of decent Tanglewire operation. So I'm almost assuredly going to want to play Adeline this turn. The question is, what is my second play? And I think I'm going to lead on Adeline here. See what my opponent does. Might miscalculation to make me tap the Mana Vault, which would vindicate my decision not to play Jam Fourth Eorlingus on turn 2. Okay. Could also have like a Remand or something. Oh, Arcane Denial. Okay, so that gets countered. So now I have to play Palantir, I think. Do I? I'm drawing 2 cards. But yeah, Palantir, getting a Palantir going seems like it's going to be pretty good. Might get dazed here, I suppose, but daze is always going to get Fourth Eorlingus. Though I don't recall passing a daze, so I'm not as worried about that. Would have been nice to get the Adeline into play. Let's see what comes next here. I feel like getting the Palantir going is worth making my Fourth Eorlingus a little weaker. But, oh, Force of Will, pitching Cryptic Command. Sure, I'm okay with all that. Because I am going to draw 2 cards off this Arcane Denial. If Max has a Hull Breacher here too, that would be pretty impressive. Okay, we'll use the ability and I'll draw 2. All right, so now what's your play? You got to make a play here to make up for the fact that you're down 2 cards here. Arcane Denial puts you down a card overall because it's like 1 for 1, cancels out. You draw 1, they draw 2, they're up 1. And then I guess the Force of Will is even with the Palantir if you consider the Mana Vault being gone now. So there's that. Okay, no on upkeep. Draw. I kind of want to just play a Rabble Master here instead of Sarah Paragon. Because I think I'm going to start... Okay, we're getting countered. There's the mana leak. All right, well, my first 3 spells have all been countered. Max is down to 2 cards, now 3 in hand, and has a lot of mana, so I'm a little concerned about what that could lead to. Next turn, I'm probably firing off Fourth Eorlingus, and with Tanglewire and Geddon, I kind of just need to get one thing into play, have one thing stick, but so far nothing has. Okay. If this is like a Time Spiral, it's going to be tough, but it's tough for most decks to beat Counterspell into pitch Counterspell into Counterspell into Time Spiral. So I will do my best here. Fourth Eorlingus, X equals 3 next turn is definitely near the top of the list for me in terms of plays. Wouldn't mind... I mean, drawing a Mox would still actually be kind of good here. All right, well, it's a Time Twister instead of a Time Spiral, so that's a little better. Okay, this is a decent follow-up. Could use another big play here. Into Fast Bond, okay. Yeah, this is a very solid blue-green deck for sure. Pitched Cryptic, yeah. And on my turn, I'll have 6 mana, so I'll probably just go like Tithe Taker Go. I'll play the Mox as well, and then kind of decide which of these 2 drops to deploy. I don't think I'm going to want to Cathar Commando the Fast Bond, just because I assume most of the damage will be done this turn already. Okay, here goes 1 land, and we'll see what the rest is. All right, another land. Down to just 4 cards in hand, and at least the Twister is gone. But it looks like we're getting a play here. Into Undermountain Adventure. Okay, so that is our initiative card. So I guess next turn I'm on Tithe Taker. And then the turn after that, hope to take the initiative back. Okay, down to 3 cards in hand. 2 cards. We're doing something else this turn? I don't really like that. All right, let's pass the turn. Another land. Land, Mox. Tithe Taker. And what I'm probably going to end up doing here is getting to block with Tithe Taker and then maybe Samwise back the Tithe Taker after I block with it. I think that seems pretty good. Unclear if... I mean, Max actually kind of shouldn't attack with the Undermount Adventure because the problem with that is it makes a 1/1 to steal the initiative. But if you're not attacking with Undermount Adventure, it feels like you're kind of making some weak plays. I'm also going to lead with Cathar Commando end of turn before playing the Samwise because I'm pretty sure that Max has redrawn one of those counter spells. All right. Got the Zagoth Triumph. I assume here you go into the Lost Well because just finding a draw 7 or something would be pretty good. Would I kill Fastbond in response to a draw 7? I don't even know that I could afford to do that, honestly. I'd probably just cast Cathar Commando and Samwise. But I guess I'm hoping to see Lost Well bottom. Draw lands from here. That could be good. All right, we're going to the Forge, which on the one hand is better for my plan, especially since it means I get to block, but I don't like the idea that Max has a good card in hand already and doesn't need to scry. It's not a guarantee that that's the case, but that certainly seems like it's likely. Okay, because they have 3, 6, 9, 10 mana. 12 if you count the Undermount Adventure, so there's a lot I could lose to here. I don't mind this kind of matchup overall. I've got Armageddon and Tanglewire are both pretty good in this kind of set scenario, but having the early counters to never get behind is tough. I mean, usually blue-green combo kind of struggles with red-white aggro, but it really depends on the cards and the draws, of course, just like every game of Magic. I do really want to see that adventure attack, but I do have a plan. If it doesn't, I can play Samwise and then make my Tithe Taker or Cathar Commando, or actually probably just make Samwise at that point, into the Ring Bearer, so it can attack past the Undermount Adventure and kind of reclaim the initiative. Okay, something expensive? Well, then I can't win. I don't know what this is, but I can't imagine winning the game now. What is like a big walking ballista? Oh, Pest Infestation, X equals 4. Yeah, I can't do anything about that. Yep, we are pretty dead here. I could play Samwise. I don't even know that I want to play Samwise here. I think I just play Cathar Commando. And had he targeted just one of my things, I could have blown it up. But it was a good play not to. All right, let's draw. All right, we're done here. Okay, playing against that deck. So the biggest question for me is, do I want Flametongue Kavu? I don't want Containment Priest. I mean, Pyrite Spellbomb looks weaker. I think I'll just play Flametongue over Pyrite. I didn't see any of the little things. There's also Pyrokinesis, because if you're getting Time Twister a bunch, Pyrokinesis can be nice. Maybe that's better than Bone Crusher. Those both line up a little nicer, but I don't have that many red cards to pitch, so I guess I'm not loving that idea. All right, I think I'm just going to put that in, and then maybe put in Flame Slash instead, because that also kills the Undermountain. All right, let's try that. All right, I'm on the play. Let's just have some ridiculous Mox hand, huh? This hand is actually okay. I'm not that worried about my life total, so I think I'm just going to lead... I think I'm going to lead on Ancient Tomb because I'm going to play turn 2 Mentor kind of regardless, and I think I would rather lead on Tomb than Mana Confluence in case I draw Plains. I did not, but all right, time to take 1,000,000 damage. Mox would have been really nice there. Am I getting Force of Willed? If I'm getting Force of Willed, I'm getting Force of Willed. Okay, no Force of Will. The next turn, if I don't draw anything, I get to play Tithe Taker. If I draw a Plains, I guess I could just play a Sarah Paragon. Drawing a Mishra's Bauble or a Mox would be quite good. Okay, Plains. Let's cast Sarah Paragon here. Not too worried about getting a spell countered here, since if they do, it's not like Sarah Paragon was doing much. It was a 3/4 flyer. It had no mana leak. Sure. Okay, let's send and let's draw some action. Skull Clamp, Mox, Palantir, Tanglewire. Like, really, any of those cards sound pretty good. Or hope that Max plays a creature. That's not a creature. That's not a spell. All right. I mean, if I don't draw anything ever, then I will lose, yes. Let's cast Tithe Taker here. Am I getting Arcane Denialed? Okay, well, oh, Counterspell. Wow, just has every single counterspell in the world. All right, play a creature, because this Flame Tongue is burning a hole in my pocket. I drew both answers to Undermountain Adventure that I cited in, and now my opponent's just going to draw a counterspell, so it's going to be pretty rough. Mentor's even really good against counters, and I have way more non-creatures than creatures in my deck, but, well, not way more, but I have a couple more. Okay, Smuggler's Copter, 4th Eorlingus, or have Max play a creature for me to eat with Flame Tongue. That would be pretty nice. Time Twister honestly wouldn't even be that bad for me right now. It's like I have 5 permanents in play, so does he. So, well, let's see how this plays out, I guess. All right, Marshflat's getting cracked. I would rather Max play something this turn than not for the most part. I mean, obviously it depends what that thing is, but if I don't, if he doesn't play anything, I have no chance of using my reactive cards and might have a counterspell in hand, and both those things are pretty bad for me. So I'm hoping these are not the case. Pentad Prism for 2. Okay, and that's it. All right, not land, please. Unbelievable. All right, well, I guess I'll attack. So I've drawn 4 land in a row. Pretty good. Pretty good. Yeah, I got no plays. Flame Tongue is not optional, so if I play that, it'll have to eat one of my own things. It does look like I'm like deciding whether or not to play a spell or slow rolling here, but no, unfortunately not. What is this? End of turn. Cryptic Bounce. Okay. I guess playing a spell wouldn't have worked out like super great, but, well, I mean, if this is the precursor to a Time Twister, I guess that's not great for me, but otherwise the Cryptic is not particularly impressive. Just depends on what the rest of your hand is, I suppose. I mean, this is feeling like a Time Twister, which at least that'll give me something to play. I've got, given how little action I've drawn. Oh, Tireless Tracker. Okay. Well, that's something. All right, so let's go, let's see. 2 cards in hand. I mean, I'm going to get to kill the tracker regardless, I think. Let's see what we draw here. I still would like to draw a spell, though. It would still be nice. Because I have 3, 6, 7 mana, so I don't have enough mana for... Oh, okay, that makes it a little less like you've got a counter in hand. I don't have enough mana for everything, but I have enough mana to... And if I draw a Mox... Oh, Geddon's actually kind of interesting. Let's lead with Mentor. Okay, that worked. And I think I'm going to play the Flame Tongue and see if that resolves. I kind of feel like Mentor would have gotten countered. All right, so we're on the board now, and now we're in a spot where we might be able to just cast Geddon and win. Next turn, cast like Flame Slash something, cast Armageddon is a pretty easy path to victory. Max does have 4 cards in hand now, but has to do something about the board. Also has taken a bunch of damage off just the Mentor hitting every turn. Took 1 off Talisman, 1 off Marsh Flats, and like 6 damage off a Mentor attacking for 2 a turn, which is kind of a pathetic showing by Monastery Mentor, to be honest. But no counterspell that turn is huge, because now we have the stuff set up here And what I'm hoping to see is like Undermount Adventure Go. That's probably a little bit unrealistic, but and then no counterspell. But there was already no counterspell here, I think. So we'll see what the play is. Cycle Lorien revealed as step 1. That's not too scary. And you probably wouldn't do that before Twistering unless you were going to play Time Spiral specifically. I wouldn't like to see Time Spiral. Okay, no plays. Interesting. I think... Do I play Fourth Eorlingus for 1 here? I kind of feel like I do. Because if this works, I'm already in great shape, and then I can Geddon post-combat. I do think I want to attack before casting the Geddon. I don't really care about getting the extra 1 off Monastery Mentor. If this prompts a counter, and then I land a Geddon, I assume I just win. So I don't think there's a reason to go for it here. Like, too much harder than this. Yes, if I cast a giant Fourth Eorlingus, I would also just win, but if I cast a big spell and they don't have a counterspell, I win. If I cast a Geddon and they don't have a counterspell, I also win. So Fourth Eorlingus for 1, I think kind of hedges the best overall. Okay, Mentor resolves. 4th resolves. Because if 4th resolves, I get to attack for 9 here. No. Oh, Snapcaster Cryptic. Perfect. See, that actually works out pretty nicely. So I assume it's going to go Snapcaster Cryptic, tap all your lands, draw a card. Or, tap all your creatures, draw a card. And that stops the 4th from also making me the Monarch here. If he's not going to Snapcaster tapping my stuff, then I guess I'm a little confused why you would play it right there. Yeah. Okay. Here we go. Yep, tap everything, draw. So I don't get to become the Monarch, but I do get to blow up all the lands, which I think is probably going to be pretty good here. It's force of will or bust is what it is. Yeah. All right. Well, there we go. There we go. So now I don't... At best, you're like land Time Twister. Okay. Yeah, there's land Time Twister indeed. No plays, and then you could attack. I don't know how much that would help you. Land, Benevolent Bodyguard. I don't really care about the Mentor here. You can block the Flame Tongue, sure. Takes 6 down to 6. Yeah, sure. I'll give this Pro Blue. At this point, I think that's probably better. And then now, the Pentad Prism's done, and I believe so is my opponent, barring something really good, maybe like land Fastbond, but that doesn't even buy you that much more mana. I mean, we'll see, I guess. Okay. Pest Infestation for 1. Yeah. They're at 6, so let's go... Flame Slash, they go to 7, block that. No, so let's just go Unexpectedly Absent on a Pest. And then that should be lethal. Block the Flame Tongue and take enough damage to get taken out. All right, whew. Go into game 3. Pest Infestation's also just a beat against me, but what am I going to do? What am I going to do? Hope to land another Armageddon, I guess. Hope to not get Pest Infestationed. I think that's it. Oh, Benevolent Bodyguard's kind of weak. Maybe I want Bone Crusher over that. Just, it'd be a slightly better threat. All right. I think I'll try that. I don't think I want Elvish Spirit Guide. I don't think we're quite at that point. And I think Get Lost is still probably worth running. All right, time for game 3. All right. Should we keep Eternal Unravel Master on the play? Yes, the answer is we should. All right, I will do that. No Force of Will, please. No Force of Will, no Fast Bond. Tapped breeding pool. Come on. No, 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 no. Okay, Preordain I allow. Please no Force of Will. And then my follow-up is just a Beaumont, so I guess that's all I got to do. Okay, well, I'm going to go for it here. I don't really see a particular reason not to. Exile get lost, and Rabble Master. Let's do it. No Force of Will, please. He's got it. Yep. One time. Could my opponents not all have the counterspell? Let's just go ahead and upkeep, bobble them, see what they're drawing. Okay, they had to pitch Ponder at least. All right, if I can draw a follow-up play, then we got a shot here. Miscalculation. Wow, that's a really good one to know about. Okay. Flicker Wisp. Let's cast Beaumont Courier. And attack. Let's just wait on the Flicker Wisp. I would like to get this into play. Don't really want to walk it into miscalculation here. Didn't cycle the miscalc either. Interesting. Okay. That's an interesting one. All right, draw, attack. This Beaumont is going to get used up soon here. I'm a little disappointed that I drew a Flame Slash. That's like one of the worst cards I could have drawn. Because it's just a card that sits in hand and and doesn't get played by Beaumont, or doesn't and gets discarded by Beaumont. But you know, that's what can you do? They didn't have a Pest Infestation at least, so that's good. And my hand's pretty good against Time Twisters because I put everything into play already. Okay, you're cracking your Marsh Flats. Let's see. Get Zagoth Triome, and then you kind of got to cycle miscalc here, right? Letting my team know what's up. All right, yep, cycling miscalc. And I'm going to wait one more turn on the Beaumont, though. Obviously, if Max plays a creature this turn, that would be an ideal scenario. What are we hoping to draw here? Just something of reasonable size. At this point, I would probably just slam the 4th Eorlingus if I drew it. Okay. Undermined Adventure. Great. We finally drew the thing. Oh, this is actually really good for me. Because he doesn't have another counter, I doubt. Oh, and I drew Mentor. I mean, this is kind of perfect. Because now... Actually, hold on. Turn off auto yields because I am going to get a land. And I'm not going to sack the Beaumont yet because he could Time Twister, but I will probably sack it end of turn here. Or end of... Well, no, I'd probably just wait an additional turn. Let's get Mountain. And even get to play the Mountain to have Beaumont up. All right, well, that turned around completely. Playing the Undermountain was so good for me. I'm not saying it was a mistake by any stretch, but it definitely worked out really well that he played that because I got a trigger off Mentor, killed the thing, and now I have the initiative. So yeah, good luck. It's going to need a Cryptic command or bust, but Cryptic doesn't even really get him ahead here. And I'm going to get to refill off Beaumont in just 1 second. Should I sack it end of turn? It's kind of an interesting question. Do I need a 4th card? And would I rather have the red mana? Plus, what if I draw a card I don't want to play? Oh, Garruk Wildspeaker? Okay. Make a beast? Yeah? All right. Yeah, I think it's pretty clear, actually, that I sacrificed this because I want to find cards like Flame Tongue to play ahead of attacks or spells to pump Mentor. So given that I'm going to do that anyway, I might as well. Forge, I'll put that on the Monk token, I think. And let's go Flame Tongue. Oh, yeah, this is just lethal here, I think. Skull Clamp. These both get pumped. Whew. got round one. Unfortunately, Mac and Salvato both lost, but, you know, it's an uphill climb. We're starting now. All right, round two, playing against the Tank, who's on a Tinker deck, like a blue-white control / Tinker deck with Tinker Blightsteel, which is unfortunate because Get Lost does not take care of that. That said, I think I got to keep this hand. It's got Ancient Tomb, both colors of mana, removal, some decent threats. Like, they can't all be mulligan to Moxes, you know? And if this hand draws a Mox, that still will make the hand quite a bit better. So I would take it, but I think I just keep this and go Mountain Beaumont. Into turn two, just hard cast Bone Crusher. Just don't worry about the stomp part, and then kind of go from there. Okay, we'll keep. And opponent's mulliganing. All right, that makes this hand slightly better, I will say. Just makes the odds of an early Tinker, which is what I'm mostly scared of, a little bit less. I do get to side in Containment Priest, so I will do that. Oh, fourth Eorlingus is really nice. All right, so now I get to go turn one Beaumont, turn two Bone Crusher, turn three fourth Eorlingus for 2 is going to be my plan. And I played against every counterspell in the world, so I'm a little less worried about those now. Max with his Counterspell, Mana Leak, Miscalculation, Arcane Denial, Force of Will, Cryptic Command. That's a lot of counters. Oh, okay. Is this just a turn 2 Tinker? Oh, no, okay. Well, that changes things a little bit, because now, if I'm going to become the Monarch, I don't really want to leave them with a 1/1. So, oh, a Mox. Okay, that doesn't change anything in too crazy a manner, but I can stomp that, hit for 1, and the Mox does mean I get a bigger fourth Eorlingus next turn. So there's that as well. Can draw off Staff, and it's already unmulliganed with Soul Ring, like that already counts as 2 cards. And then Staff also is going to kind of do the thing, so mulligan hasn't been the most effective at keeping my opponent from making good plays here. Next turn, yeah, we're just going to slam the fourth Eorlingus, X equals 3. So not as much pressure because the Bone Crusher is not in play, but, you know, I don't think I could have let the 1/1 live. I could have attacked Beaumont into it and then played Bone Crusher, but I kind of feel like Beaumont Courier is on pace to get me a couple cards here, maybe 3, maybe 4, depending. In which case, I would much rather use Stomp and give up a little bit of damage. The main downside being that Blightsteel worries me. What do I have? I have Unexpectedly Absent, and that's it in the main deck. And then sideboard, I have a Containment Priest as well. So those are going to be my plans against Blightsteel Colossus here. Okay, we're drawing off Staff. I do like that as a start in general. Sure. Hasn't played a land yet either. Oh, has Tellurian Academy in deck as well, so no, I don't love that. Untapped Hallowed Fountain. Into Jace the Mind Sculptor. Okay. What are you doing with this Jace here? Bounce Beaumont Courier? Reset it? Honestly, I wouldn't mind that so much. I guess Jace is going to die no matter what here. Because either I'm going to cast Eorlingus for 3, hit Jace with a 2/2 in the Beaumont, and then the other 2 go at face. You minus it, 1 goes at Jace. You plus it, all 3 go at Jace. Or 2 go at Jace plus Beaumont, 1 goes at face. So fourth Eorlingus was going to get Jace off the board because there was no Force of Negation or Daze that we saw as far as I can remember. So I think fourth Eorlingus is looking good. I do think Brainstorming was probably the best mode to use on Jace there from what it looks like in this board position. Let's see. All right, no forces, so I'm kind of assuming this fourth Eorlingus is coming down. Can I get a Mana Vault? Mana Vault will be an absurd draw. No, not so exciting. All right, well, I mean, this is still pretty good. Fourth Eorlingus for 3. Okay. Attack Jace. Oh, I have to worry about Solitude. what do I care more about? I think attack Jace. So if you Solitude the Human Knight, Jace goes to 2. I think I'm just going to make the play that is the best, assuming no Solitude. And then if he's got Solitude, I think I would rather be the Monarch. It would also require pitching 2 cards, and Jace would still take 1 going down to 2. So I don't love it, but it's not like Jace stabilizes here completely, and I even have a Get Lost if I needed it. All right. I didn't throw away any damage. And let's draw a card end of turn. Unexpectedly Absent is now, especially now I've drawn the planes, the card I most want, because the way I lose the most likely way I lose from this position is clearly just Tinker Blightsteel. And I guess I hope that that's not the case. It's a Wrath or something? Yeah, I don't really care about that too much. I mean, that's why the Monarchy matters, because now you're at 2 cards, no Planeswalker in play, and I'm drawing an extra card every turn. Next turn I'm going to play... Oh, I'm going to play some stuff. Let's see. I think I go Palantir. Actually, let's do it this way. I'd rather get Palantir down before Adonto Vanguard. And I will cast Bone Crusher. I think that's also a better one to get into play. All right. Palantir triggers here. Let's draw first. Draw my card. Ooh, nice. Bottom. And I kind of hope they just deny me a card and they flip like a 3-drop. I'm not even that greedy. I'll just take a little damage. Denied me a planes, and took no damage, but I didn't need the planes anyway. So Flickerwisp doesn't stop Blightsteel either, but didn't have Tinker last turn, and then surveilled a land into the graveyard, so I'm not expecting one right now. Nettle Cyst, that Flickerwisp deals with that one nicely. That I will say. Does give you a staff with a Storyteller counter, so that's pretty good. So that's like an additional redraw here. Glad I played the planes, because honestly, even drawing another planes would still be good this turn. So I guess losing that planes was actually kind of painful, because I would like to be able to play these 2 cards. Flickerwisp and Adonto Vanguard, but no. Did you find the Tinker? Oh my god. Okay. Well, let's do it. Please have Blightsteel in hand. That would be a nice one. I mean, I get a turn of chumping, but can't say I like my spot from there. I guess I go Flickerwisp. Oh man. And then the Nettle Cyst, actually equipping the Nettle Cyst means I don't even get a turn of chumping. He couldn't have Blightsteel in hand, right? That's not a thing. It's not a thing, right? Huh? No, don't do me like this. Don't do me like this. It's taking long enough that I'm now like, oh, maybe he's got Blightsteel in hand, is looking at what the second best is. But I kind of feel like that's not going to be the case. We'll see. We'll see. Okay. I swear, if this is just like triple checking with teammates to see what removal I have before deciding to ultimately get Blightsteel, this is going to be tilting. No harm. Oh, Triplicate Titan. Okay. So he's got... Oh, and I drew Unexpectedly Absent anyway? Wow, I am such gas. Let's go... I'm at 16. Let's just Unexpectedly Absent for 0 here. Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, I'm going to do it for 0. That's fine. If I have to Get Lost the Soul Ring or something, I will do that. And then I'm just going to pass. I don't really want to trade when I have Flickerwisp in hand here. Oh, I guess I'm probably going to chump. All right, scry, bottom. But they're getting to the point where they can't really just take damage willy-nilly. Like maybe they can say no this turn, but next turn it's going to be tough. So he's got to have Blightsteel in hand then. So now his hand's going to be Blightsteel. So you milled for Mentor and Bauble. Sure. So now he's going to have Blightsteel in hand. It's going to have Blightsteel plus Triplicate Titan plus 1 unknown. Okay, is it Solitude? Oh, it is Solitude. So I'm going to lose the Monarchy here. Okay. Okay, I don't love that. I think I'm going to be able to kill both those creatures next turn. I guess attacking would have been better. Yeah. All right. A haster would be nice, but I don't even know if I have another one. Mox Ruby's not. All right, well, land. Pyrite. Flicker Wisp. 1, 2, 3, 6 mana. Exile the Nettle Cyst token. Pass the turn with Pyrite Spellbomb up, which I'm probably going to ping the Solitude with, but I don't really see a good reason to do that right now. Rabblemaster Copter. I like Rabblemaster. I don't think I want Copter, though. It's going to have to let me draw here. Okay. Well, still just 2 non-beast hands, like non-giant thing hands, unless the tank intentionally went for Triplicate Titan over Blightsteel, which you could do. It is possible, certainly, especially if he was tanking, as it were, about which one to get. Okay, I'm just going to deal 2 to that now. Okay, no plays. Land go? Can we get a land go? I feel like we deserve a land go. Oh. Kitesail Larcenist. Oh, that's not so bad. Because now... 1, 2, 3. Oh, he should actually turn his staff into a treasure probably, but... Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So he's very close to Triplicate Titan, but still 2 turns away is pretty big. I don't think it's going to happen. Oh, he's going to do it to the Palantir. Sure. Oh, and then equip the Nettle Cyst. Oh, play Steel Seraph. Okay, so last card's Triplicate Titan. Okay. Draw. Okay, I'm going to have to get lost here. I guess I have to get lost. Yeah. The Steel Seraph, I think. I don't think I can afford to kill the Kitesail Larcenist. Steel Seraph with a Nettle Cyst is just way too much. And then let's play Rabblemaster. And go to attacks here. Attack for 5, or 4. So now the tank either goes to 5, probably just takes it here. Or, well, doesn't trade for a Flicker Wisp is what I meant more than anything else. All right, so now I'm the Monarch. And I play a Danto Vanguard. And Palantir is off, but now I get to draw the card end of turn. All right, I need one more piece of action. This has been a pretty sick game. Because the Kitesail Larcenist is going to get pretty big with this Nettle Cyst now, but won't have Vigilance. So unless the tank drew another relevant spell here. Oh, he did turn the staff into a treasure, by the way. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So it goes land, Triplicate Titan, but then he just dies if he attacks with Kitesail. So he has to pass. He can block those 2. He can go to 2. Assuming he's got a land. And then I still remain the Monarch. And then on my turn, yeah, I'm going to need to draw something. Or I'm going to be slightly short. Was a heads-up play turning the staff into the treasure, though. That is definitely a good play. I was using the map, revealing Golos. That can't be a particularly good reveal. It's looking for Academy. Oh, please do not find Academy. Because either he didn't draw a land or didn't care to play Triplicate Titan. But I think the Triplicate Titan's good enough here that my suspicion is that he just didn't draw a land. So he's got 3 spells in hand, but maybe they're cheaper or maybe not effective enough. All right. 5. Retrofitter Foundry. Oh, okay. So we're going to make a token now and then draw a card. Oh, the staff doesn't even get a counter. Okay. Still has to have 2 blockers back, though, and can't make a 3rd off the Retrofitter at this point in time. So now it's going to be, I guess, equip Nettle Cyst onto the Servo token. You're kind of if you do that, you're spending a lot of mana invested into this servo token. And really any piece of action is good. The sick part is if I drew up planes earlier, I would have had a Vanguard in play much earlier and would have been able to win with that. But now I need to draw a spell. So what I'm saying is sometimes you draw cards not in the order you want. I mean, getting a counter on the Kitesail Larcenist does put it out of Flicker Wisp, Rabblemaster, and Vanguard range, so that's pretty good for the tank here. But I've got some pretty good draws myself, depending on what the next play is. Okay, we're using another counter and revealed Cryptic Coat. Okay, well that can't be good. I can't imagine keeping Cryptic Coat here. And hand is now down to Triplicate Titan plus one unknown that is not a land. I guess if you have nothing better to do, you're going to equip Nettle Cyst on the servo and still can't attack with the Larcenist though. Or you just lose straight up. Yeah, all right. I've already used the 4th. Let's attack with the Goblin token and that's it. Pass the turn, draw an extra card. And hope to draw some action. Oh, Cathar Commando at instant speed? Yeah, hold on. I wonder, actually, I didn't really think about that one. Should I have killed the Soul Ring? But the problem with killing Soul Ring is I don't think the Triplicate Titan... Yeah, I don't know. Maybe I should have killed Soul Ring. I'm trying to think if that's even good because I'm kind of losing to Retrofitter now. I guess what I should have actually done is have a stop set at the end of my turn. Let's see, do I block here? Because I lose the Monarchy, which I don't really like. So what's going to happen? You can like make a token, untap it, make a flyer. I can like kill the flyer. I kind of feel like just blocking again is good because I'm not necessarily going to get a hit in here. I don't think I want to kill Soul Ring. Okay, he's going to play Triplicate Titan here. And then I'm going to play End of Turn Cathar Commando. And we're kind of in the same spot where I need to draw one thing. All right, I guess it would have worked better to not block. But I feel like not blocking, he could just use Retrofitter. All right, it's time to just peel something, huh? Land number 1,000,000. Okay, that's cool. I think I attack with everything now because I put myself in a position to win if I draw... Sarah Paragon, and you're taking 4 going to 2, and I'm going to sack Cathar Commando, and I think blow up the Nettle Cyst saves the most damage. Yeah, because then I take 10, 14, so it's not lethal. Okay, that'll be my plan here. Here, I'll stop end of turn in case I draw Samwise, because Samwise would also be a pretty good draw. I mean, you're going to 2 regardless. Okay, sure. Oh, this is just a worse block, I think, because then I blow up the Nettle Cyst and the Rabblemaster doesn't even lose. Okay. Yeah, this is a better block. Okay, kill the Nettle Cyst. You go to 2. End of turn. Draw. Oh, so Skull Clamp is interesting. Oh, I've got a really good shot at winning now. Because now I take 14 damage or something. But then I go Skull Clamp, draw 2, draw 2. So I get to... And if I find Sarah Paragon, then I win. So I get 5 looks at Sarah Paragon. That seems pretty good. And what else would do it? Bone Crusher has already been used this game. I don't think anything else does the trick. So yeah, it's So we're like close-ish to a 50-50. Coveted Jewel doesn't seem like it will do very much here. I mean, we'll see. I mean, I can't beat a counterspell or anything like that, but that's fine. Yeah, Bone Crusher. Oh, one of those cards could be Sarah Paragon. Not that I have any way of knowing that one way or another. So we'll hope not to. And I guess the other thing is, well, the thing is with the triplicate Titan out, like the tank is just going to attack me with that. Oh, never mind. He drew a Shadow Spear. Ugh. All right. There goes game one. Okay, well, I'm just kind of curious. So we're doing Geddon, Mana Vault. Oh, was Sarah Paragon not even in the deck? No, it wasn't. I guess the Shadow Spear didn't matter. Well, I definitely want Containment Priest. Do I want Pyrokinesis or Flame Tongue or Flame Slash? Not really. Benevolent Bodyguard looks just okay. It does stop Solitude, which is kind of nice. Tanglewire looks bad. He's got a lot of... Well, if he gets the Retrofitter out, Tanglewire is bad. Otherwise, it's actually not too bad. Though it is kind of bad with Get Lost, because they get some map tokens here. I think Geddon is still good. Get Lost, Cathar Commando, Danto Vanguard. Yeah, Benevolent Bodyguard looks like the worst one to me. All right, let's do it. Considering maybe Hellrider, not sure though. I'd like to play first. All right, I will keep this hand. My plan is just to play turn 2 Rabble, turn 3 Tanglewire. I'm going to imprint the Bone Crusher Giant here. It's going to be my plan. And hope there's no Soul Ring, because Soul Ring was the cause of all my problems last game. Soul Ring's just obviously a busted card. Not that I don't have busted cards in my deck, but I hope I draw them and my opponents don't. It's not very complicated. Let's see what they're up to. Okay, they kept as well. I don't think there's a good reason to go to imprint Mox here. First of all, I could draw a different card to imprint, or I could draw... Well, even if I draw Mountain, I'm still imprinting. I'm not imprinting Unexpectedly Absent. That card is like one of my most important cards in the matchup. Oh, man. Yeah. Okay. Gross, but I guess that's how the cookie crumbles. This Tanglewire looking awful. I don't think I can afford to Unexpectedly Absent the Soul Ring here. I've got to just... go for Rabble Master and hope that'll be good enough. And I mean, oh, all right. Well, I guess that's going to be that. I don't think I can win this game anymore. Well, without drawing something. It depends a little on what he plays, but I mean, this is just, look at this. He's going to have a turn 2 Jace now? Well, there we go. There we go. All right. Well, I mean, Adeline's like kind of good, but not even really against Jace. I guess I could Unexpectedly Absent the Jace, but that doesn't feel like it's a very productive way to try to win this game either. I mean, realistically, I just can't win this game. Like, my opponent has just cast 17 spells, and I had turn 2 Rabble on the play, and it was just getting trounced. I mean, turn 1 Soul Ring with Pitch Solitude into turn 2 Jace is just an obscene draw. Yeah, no, we're dead. No way to come back from this one. All right, 1-1. All right, live looking on Salvato. Oh, game 3, he's got the turn 1 Mana Crypt. We really need this one if we're going to win this draft, because we're down 1-3 right now. And if Luis can pull this out, then we get to be at least 2-3, which striking distance from a win at least. Okay. I was going to discard here. 2 lands, so no big creature to reanimate, sadly. But I'm still liking our chances with turn 1 Fable. Into Caracas, into... Oh, can we get a Mind Twist up in here? Any Mind Twists? Yes, we can. Turn 2 Mind Twist for 4. Hit it, Mox. Wait, Endon's got Mox and Black Lotus, huh? They opened a lot of power. There we go. There's the Lotus. Into Crucible. Okay, that's fine. That's not the end of the world, but obviously that's still pretty good. He just gets 1 more forest back, so it's basically like he Lotused out a Kodama's Reach of sorts. All right, we can live with that. Hit with the Goblin. Now have Reflection plus Goblin. Lots of mana. And any follow-up? Any follow-up. Okay, Faithless Looting. Well, Faithless Looting, when you don't mind discarding lands because you're generating a lot of treasures, is pretty nice. He discarded Lava Dart and Arrakis Theater. Keeping Spire Bluff for, Spellseeker. Okay, what do we got? What do we got, Senor Salvado? Off Spellseeker, he grabs. Not Mind Twist or Lava Dart or Looting. Those are all gone, but I assume he's got at least another spell or 2. I mean, actually, we could even take a look here. Salvado has Cut Down, Thought Scour, Mystical Tutor, Reanimate as options. Those are all non-terrible options. I mean, they're not like the most exciting in the world, but still does something here. All right, and he grabbed Reanimate. Nice. Also, he's got a copy Spellseeker with Reflection of Kiki Jiki as an option. Preacher of the Schism. Yeah, that one's not going to get it done, I don't think. Especially since he's got a flashback Faithless Looting at some point here. Mana Crypt flip is whatever. And he can copy Spellseeker and get Thought Scour depending on what he hits here, which seems like a pretty good play. In comes a Spellseeker. Salvado is pulling, like I said, probably Thought Scour. I guess he could get Mystical, but I don't think Mystical on its face does a whole lot. And then you can Thought Scour and kind of see where you're at. You could potentially... Oh, he's just going to get Shatter Skull Smashing. Oh. That's funny. And then, what is this? 5 mana. Gix's command, put 2 +1/+1 counters on a creature, and they sack their biggest creature. All right, so the Goblin Shaman's buffed up. You're hitting for 6, getting a treasure, and have Shatter Skull Smashing in hand for the opponent's next play. And your biggest threat is, yeah, that looks great. All right, 2 and 3. Let's get to our last round. We still have to play against this opponent and hope to fade any good Lotus draws. All right, we are on the draw. Don't love that. This hand... I mean, it's certainly keepable. Could use an Ancient Tomb or a Mox, and we'll see if we can find either of those. Nope, we cannot. Land, say go. Pass, and I think Upkeep Bobbling is still good. Virtue of Persistence. Okay, that's a good one to know about. Going to be on the draw again with no 1-drop against an opponent who not only had a 1-drop but also has a Mox and a Lotus in their deck, which they could easily have in hand still. I'm not thrilled. Okay, attack, go. That I don't mind. Not at all. Okay, land, play Copter. And no black mana. It could potentially be one of the things going on over there. I'm not sure entirely yet. No, that is not one of the things going on. All right, hopefully this is a play that Flicker Wisp is good against. Or we're just hitting for 1. All right. Oh, Chrome Mox. Chrome Mox is kind of interesting. Let's go Plains. Rabble Master. Okay. Make a token. Okay, token made. And then crew with the Rabble. Try to hit with both. Please don't kill Smuggler's Copter. Because if they can't kill... Oh, they have Fire Covenant? Yeah. God. All right, all right. The thing is, I know that they've got Virtue in hand of Persistence, so I really can't just do nothing there. Like, I can't slow roll it too much. Lazov, okay. Draw something here. Sarah Paragon is kind of nice, actually, so let's go land Sarah Paragon. Play Mishra's Bauble. And then pass the turn. And I think on upkeep, I'm once again going to Bauble to get some info. Gain 2 life. Your top card, Scavenging Ooze. Well, look, that's going to make the Sarah Paragon a lot worse. But Sarah Paragon is still pretty good. And doesn't have enough green currently to eat both of my things. I guess you could attack with Lazov to eat both. That's kind of interesting. Sarah Paragon was a good draw there. Let's see how this is going to go. I also kind of have outs to get in and just start playing lands out of my graveyard with Sarah Paragon. I'm a little bit interested in that. I wonder if they attack with Lazov here. Oh, they attack with both because of the Virtue. Yeah, I'm not going to block. Okay. Yeah, I'll take it. And then you can play Scavenging Ooze and eat the Rabble Master. But I kind of assume that Anton here would have no lands in hand, given this play. Or given how this has played out. We'll see. He drew a land this turn, which is funny because he was like looking for that land, I think. But it's actually going to work out, I think, better for me. Because then I'm just going to go get and replay a land. And if he doesn't draw Forest right away, then I get to get all my lands out of my graveyard with Paragon. If he does, his Scavenging Ooze can start to chip away at them, but I'll still be able to play a good amount of them. He's not going to have enough lands to do it fast enough. So his hand is now Scavenging Ooze, Virtue of Persistence, and 2 other cards, probably not lands. Okay. What is this? Oko? All right, well, this could be worse. So I'm going to draw off Bauble. Let's see. I'll attack Oko, I guess. Offer the trade. I was really hoping he wouldn't trade there, but because I could Flicker Wisp it back. The problem is if I don't attack Oko, then Oko still just Okos the Sarah Paragon, and now I'm just going to lose to Oko. All right. Lotus. It was all looking so good. I guess this removes the loyalty off Oko. And I'll play Tanglewire even though it's terrible just because I've got nothing else to do. Yeah, we're going to lose here. All right, so now he's going to Virtue that. He's going to Oko, make a food, attack, make a clue. And I just don't have anything. Okay, let's put Tangor in a stack. Fade, tap these 3. Draw and concede. All right, well, down a game. Yeah, the Oko was just not going to be beautiful. Oh, I thought I had a cool play set up. Well, here I do get to change things a little nicely because I think I put in these cards, putting in Flame Tongue, Flame Slash, Pyrokinesis, taking out Benevolent Bodyguard or not. It's got some removal, but not like a lot of it. Definitely taking out Tanglewire. I think I'm going to take out Armageddon. He's playing Crucible of Worlds in his deck. And I think I take the Bodyguard out as the last one there. And maybe I take out Beaumont Courier and put in the Timeless Dragon. I just don't, this doesn't really look like a Beaumont Courier deck to me. Okay, on the play here. Let's see, can we get some Moxes? I mean, not exactly, but this hand is good. What am I going to exile here? I'm going to exile something. Because I want to play Pyrite. I guess I could slow roll Pyrite, but if he plays a 1-drop, I'd really like to be able to kill it. So I think I'm going to exile Samwise and play Pyrite Spellbomb to keep up Pyrite for any 1-mana play. And then turn 2, I'm going to cast Fourth Eorlingus for 2. And hope that... never mind, I'm going to cast Fourth Eorlingus for a lot more than 2. All right. I guess I get to have nut draws too. Fourth Eorlingus for 4 on turn 2. That's one way to go about things. And we're going to be going to game 3 in just a second here. You know, it's kind of like a build your own Black Lotus. Take 8, draw, scoop them up, and let's go to game 3. I don't even think that Lotus draws work there. Okay. I'm on the draw now. Do I want Elvish Spirit Guide? Do I want Hellrider? Kind of don't feel like I want Hellrider. Or Elvish Spirit Guide, really. I think I'm good to go here. Let's see how this goes. All right, let's get some Moxes. Let's go Moxes. Me on Moxes, them on no Lotuses. I'm just going to mulligan this hand. This hand is not good. Yeah, I mean, I guess I keep this. I kind of feel like I put Pyrokinesis on the bottom. Oh, it's tough because this hand is really good at using Skull Clamp. I'm actually going to keep and put Timeless Dragon on the bottom. Opponent also mulliganed. I just feel like Pyrokinesis is going to be a big card for me here. But we'll see. Maybe not. Drawing the planes makes me not too concerned about binning the dragon. I just feel like Pyrokinesis Skull Clamp is so good if you can just start clamping and then use Pyrokinesis to get back your mana. Can I get a Mox Ruby? Or just a play? Oh, an Adeline. That's kind of interesting. I think I'm going to pass. No, I'm going to play Skull Clamp. I'm going to save the Samwise. And maybe this is an error, but I feel like I don't need to play Samwise to attack here. Because it gets me an extra token with Adeline, and that, of course, is appealing. But if they play like a blocker, Grist, huh? Milled Lotus. Okay, that's good, I guess. All right, let's draw a card. I think I want to do that. All right, I drew Mountain. I think now I just play Samwise and then Skull Clamp it. Okay. And then if I draw a red card, like a Flame Slash or something, I can kill the Grist right now. Which is not 2 lands, please. All right, that wasn't 2 lands. That is something. Okay, make another token. What's the play? What you got? Flicker Wisp can put Grist down to 3 loyalty. Which means, again, if I draw a red card, then I get to Pyrokinesis. My kingdom for Shatter Skull Smashing, you know. All right, what do we got? Hopefully this isn't too savage. Witherbloom Command on the Skull Clamp. All right, well, and they got the Taiga back. That wasn't ideal, but yeah, we've got outs here. All right. Oh, there we go. Okay. So I think I will do the Flicker Wisp play. What else could we be doing here? Yeah, no, the Flicker Wisp play is good because this gets rid of Grist and a token and sets me up to go next turn Smuggler's Copter plus Adeline. Okay. So you get Grist back. Oh. No. Pyrokinesis can't kill Grist. Grist operates as a creature basically the whole time, just not there. This actually I think is going to work out okay because I was going to say because I could attack Grist with the Flicker Wisp. I think this might still be potentially okay. It really will depend on what the last couple cards are here. Okay, Pilgrim's fine too. No more action in hand. All right, because if I can go Adeline Copter, I've got a nice play here. Ooh. That's actually pretty nice. Yeah, I actually think Rabble is still going to be better. So let's go Rabble. Copter. I'm going to crew with the Goblin so I don't have to attack. And then pass, because what they can do is they can minus Grist, and then I can Pyrokinesis the 4 creatures in response. So Grist doesn't get to actually resolve its sacrifice ability. I didn't want to trade a Goblin for a token because of this play, because I'm going to get to wipe all those creatures. Or try to. Fire Covenant's going to be hard to beat. Really hope I'm not facing that. I really hope that the play starts with -2 on Grist before doing anything else. But I guess we'll have to see. Okay. Pyrokinesis, 1, 2, 3, 4. Boom. And that's a -2 Grist to no effect. Whew. Okay. Land go. Land go. That's a land go. All right, now I go Adeline. Crew with the crew with the Adeline. I'm just not playing around. If he had Fire Covenant, he would have done something different last turn. All right, so Grist, opponent. And then I get another token, which is going to attack opponent. I will draw and discard. Yeah. Attack you. All right. Oh, that Pyrokinesis play was so sick. And I think that'll do it, barring a really good draw this turn. Blue is the Lazov or something. Oh, Oko. Yeah, Oko's not gonna get the job done. It's got 1 card in hand still, but I don't think Oko alone is good enough. And boom, we got there. All right, 2-1. Let's see how the team's doing. Whew. All right, and after a tense set of matches, we emerged victorious once again, winning 5-4, Mac 2-1, I 2-1, and the real LSV picked up the win we needed from him. This deck obviously had some pretty sick acceleration, up to and including a turn 2 4th Eorlingus for 4, so that's pretty good. And you know what? Tangleware continues to suck. But that'll do it for today. We are stoked to take down another challenge here. And you know what? In a 3-on-3 draft, I have no qualms about drafting aggro. I started 4th Eorlingus into Ancient Tomb, into Smuggler's Copter, and off to the races from there. So that'll be it for today's draft. Of course, I always appreciate you watching my drafts and hanging out with me here. Appreciate you leaving comments too. You know what? I read all the comments, just so you know. I just got that dog in me. I will be back tomorrow with another draft, and I certainly hope to see you there. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to hit that like and subscribe button. It helps out the channel, and you won't miss a single draft.